My sophomore year at Howard, this group called Shy, that they had a big song. They were friends of mine in college. And I literally just gave my demo tape and said, when you get to LA, hand it to somebody.
Okay.
And that kind of started my career in the music business. And then it was just, big ups and downs and getting things. And then eventually, probably, almost 10 years later, I said, let me put an album out. And independently, after being signed and dropped off all over stuff. And that was really how the whole thing started. It started as a hobby, and then it kind of took off a big career.
Behind Pretty Girl, what's the story behind that?
Ooh, I'm glad you said that, because most people don't know
That's
that.
my favorite song.
Can I be very, very honest with you? I pulled from different sources.
Mm-hmm.
It started literally, I was at a club, and we were all checking in. And just the energy of somebody made me kind of go like, I need to write this song about it. It was a girl, she kind of was like, if you wasn't Shaq, you probably couldn't speak to it. That's probably like her energy. Her energy was that, and I was kind of like, okay. And I guess it started, and then literally I wrote like the first line off of that, and then I couldn't finish it. It probably sat there for like literally 2 or 3 years. The funny thing is, I want to say I pretty much finished it by thinking of strippers. The song is really about strippers. If you actually really listen to the song, the song's not actually saying like pretty girl, I love you, and you just. If you really listen to the lyrics, the song is really saying you're making a profit off your beauty, but I want to know what your heart is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you can take it for whatever. It can be said. It can be sung to little girls. It can be sung to whatever. But if you want to know the actual essence from it, the crazy part is, after I wrote it, I couldn't go to strip clubs anymore. After I wrote it, I couldn't. My spirit wouldn't allow me to literally sit in a strip club, because it was literally written about not just the one who looks at profession, but like say that college girl is trying to get through college and she's losing herself in it. And she's like, so it's it's like she's behind her smile. Behind her smile is a lot of pain. It's like, I would love to know. I would love for someone to know you for your heart. I guess that's part. And so I mean, it speaks volumes to everybody. But for me, the light bulb went off when I was like, not literally when I was in a strip club, but when I just thought of those moments of going like, wow, you can get lost behind presenting your beauty. But it could be sung. I mean, it almost could be. The song, instead of called Pretty Girl, it could just be called Athletic Dude or College Basketball Player. You know what I mean? The guy who has his talent so high that he doesn't never hone his natural who he is skill. He's so used to everything coming so easy on Yes and whatever. So it could be called Fashion Model Girl, or it could be whatever. But the actual thing that triggered it was, women that these women that were getting lost in this cycle of business.
It touched me in another way.
And that's fine. And that's most
and
songs.
now that I know that you said that, it's kind of like, oh.
Right. I'll never listen to the song again. But it's funny. It's like, it's not that. But if you ask what's the inspiration behind most songs, it'll probably be different than what you probably thought. It doesn't mean like what you take out. That's one of the reasons why, funny enough, why I don't really post lyrics in my albums. Most of my albums don't really ever have lyrics, because I want you to, how you interpret it is fine. Case in point. You know how many people listen to Reasons by Earth, Wind & Fire as a love song? The song's about a one-night stand. There are people who sing Reasons at weddings. The reason. I do, it's like, but the song, what it represents love. The lyrics represent something else, but the song itself represents love. That's what Pretty Girl represents for you and I.
Okay, so.
She's going to race out her iPod now.
No, I'm not. I mean, I love it. So I'll always love it. Top 5 artists.
Ooh, just in general?
Yeah.
Wow. Top 5. So it can be any genre?
Yeah.
My top 5, my personal top 5, Tribe Called Quest, Stevie Wonder, Commission, Radiohead, and Terrence D'Arby. That's my 5. Well,
I'm having to check those last 2 out.
Terrence D'Arby, yeah, man, he's under a new name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but he still does music and it's still incredible.
Okay, so what can we expect from you?
Organized growth. Expect pretty much the same thing, but just slowly but surely getting bigger. But I really believe in organized growth. One of my uncles really hammered that in my head, and I think the way we got here, by just doing the same thing but just on a bigger scale. This show has, in August, we put out a new album called Mr. Nice Guy that we're putting out, and I'm quite happy with it. Still tweaking it and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's done.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm Sheena Buntian, and this is Eric Roberson.
That is me.
And we appreciate you tuning in. ShopLikeAnIcon.com. Thank you.
Pretty girl.